Hello, my name is Winfrey Daniel Kola and this is Pageant Academy. And right here on this channel, what we do is talk about everything about pageantry, modeling, and everything you need as a young lady owning it in her space. We also drop some tips, tricks, and hacks that you guys could actually find helpful too. So do make sure you watch our other videos because you're packed with so much for you to learn from, okay? All of this is actually my advice from my experiences, and I'm sure we can learn a few things. All right, so 2 weeks ago I started a series on confidence, and then that has gone really well thanks to you guys, thanks to your support, your comments, your likes, and so much more. Right, so today I will be continuing that series, but today I'll be talking about how to identify a confident person, that is, qualities of a confident person. As I said earlier, we all need to be super confident in everything we're doing. We have to have confidence in ourselves, and we have to have confidence in things that we're doing in order to make it and make it big. Now, of course, in the pageant industry, confidence is definitely super necessary. I mean, you're going to find yourself in the midst of beautiful, intelligent, smart girls, right? And you definitely have to be able to own your own and then do your best in all of that and not have low self-esteem. If not, you definitely will not go anywhere. So if you know you're interested in knowing the qualities of a confident person, do make sure you keep on watching because I'll be right back. Welcome back. So today I'll be talking about the qualities of a confident person. 7 qualities of a confident person. Quality number 1. Confident people do not just go with the flow, right? They don't just accept the norm without questioning the norm, right? What is the norm? The norm is anything that everybody or the general public literally has a similar opinion on, or something that literally has come in and everybody's taking the way it is because, okay, fine, we think, okay, fine, it's a normal thing. I'll give you a clear example. So not so long ago, I was talking to a friend of mine who was actually talking, and we're talking about how girls nowadays, or guys, it's a normal thing for guys to literally offer girls money for sex, which doesn't necessarily make sense to me, or which didn't necessarily make sense to me. And he was literally strongly on the opinion that see, this is what's happening, that's the norm, that's what's happening. That he was literally calling me unrealistic for me saying that, okay, no, the fact that that is the norm doesn't mean that that is what should be. I'm of the opinion that there's a way things are and there's a way things ought to be. We should go for the way things ought to be and not accept guys offering girls money for sex as a normal thing. I mean, that did not even come in the context in which it was meant to come with, which when that it will be all right, in the sense that, okay, fine, if you're talking about the social worker now and you're offering money for that, maybe that could be fine because that's probably the understanding. But then we're talking about a normal guy and girl situation, and he literally said, okay, fine, you could easily offer someone money for sex if that is what he was about. And I'm like, no, that definitely caught me aback, and I'm like, no, that doesn't happen and that should not happen. And it was actually a very long conversation talking about this thing, and he was defending it that, okay, fine, anywhere you go, whether it's in Lagos or Abuja, anywhere you go in Nigeria, even in other parts of the world, that is the way it actually is. And I'm like, okay, that is the way it is, doesn't mean that's the way it ought to be. And then one thing is tailoring your behavior and actions to that. Another thing is just accepting it because it's what you think it is. Another thing he also mentioned is about how, okay, fine, certain people go for certain parties and then they organize certain people to be there for the parties because it's a normal thing. I'm like, what do you mean by it's a normal thing? You are a human being of yourself. You have a brain to think and be able to decipher what you want, I mean, right from wrong, and then decide, okay, fine, what you want, not just accepting it because it's fine what people do. I asked him, do you believe in these things? He's like, no. But the thing is that if you don't do it, people will not come for your party. I'm like, really? And that is the reason why you do it, because you want people to come for your party. So you are more interested in pleasing people than doing what is right or doing what's comfortable with you. Something I'm very grateful to God for is the ability not to necessarily be so bothered about what people think about certain things. See, I have my opinion is my opinion. And then no matter if I'm in a room full of 1 million people that think otherwise of my opinion, I'm not going down, right? Giving in to whatever it is that they think because it is the popular demand. No. So yeah, we all need to be confident. That's definitely a show of confidence. I mean, if you're willing to stand by what you believe, not because other people are saying it, and then stick to that, that definitely is one great quality of a confident person. Moving quickly on, the second thing is that the person that is confident literally saves the word yes and uses it when it is absolutely necessary. I will say I did have a problem with this, and probably I'm still dealing with problems with saying yes when I really should be saying no, just because you don't want to offend people you care about and all of that, right? So a lot of times, a lot of us find ourselves in our address, myself inclusive, where we actually tend to say yes when we actually should be saying no and all of that. But then again, if you're confident in the person that you are, you will protect your space, protect your mind, protect your energy and all of that. You will not expend yourself at the you won't say yes to someone at the expense of your own self, right? You will say yes when you totally mean it, and then when you say yes, whatever it is you say yes to, you know you're in full capacity to make that come true, right? You don't just say it because, oh, you think it's the right thing to say, or oh, because the person expects so much from you. Every yes you say to somebody is one no you're saying to yourself. I mean, I don't mean be absolutely selfish, I don't consider other people, but then again, look at the situations, weigh your options, look at the situation. Does it necessarily put you in a position to be totally uncomfortable? If it does, definitely say no to it, please. I gave a story of a face mask incident I had not too long ago in my previous video, so head over there and check that out. It's a gist that you definitely do not want to miss. So save your energy, save your yeses to when you absolutely need them. See, no is a powerful word. No is a word that has saved lives. Think about it. Growing up, our parents told us no a lot. Why? Because they were trying to protect us. So then again, you might be trying to protect yourself and then also protect other people, because by the time you tell people yes and then you're not necessarily able to deliver it because you're not in a position to do so, I mean, which is better? Why not just say no and yeah, feel like the bad person at that point, but then again, in the bigger picture, be the saint. I'll definitely take a no over a yes. And most times I usually program myself to say no first and then I'll consider it later. I'd rather say no than consider it and then change my mind than saying yes and then start going back and forth. But then again, if you find yourself as someone that quickly says yes, you can actually say yes, and then when you consider it, then go back and say, honestly, I said yes, but I wasn't meant to say yes here. I honestly cannot do this. There's nothing wrong with that, no crime in that. But the safer way is to say no. Consider and then do later, okay? Number 3 is body language. Somebody that is confident, excuse me, will have a positive body language. What is a positive body language? As a lady, as a human being generally, you're meant to stand up straight, right? Stand as though a thread is literally pulling you from the center of your body, that's the top of your head, and your spine is to be straight, right? As a man, as a woman, you should stand like that. For women, it is more emphasized on body posture, because I mean, just imagine, have that thought in your head of what a confident woman looks like. A woman that walks into the room and commands respect. She's not crouched over, she's not bended over, she's not walking and in a way that looks like, oh, she's hoping nobody sees that. She's literally standing tall, her head is straight, her spine is straight, and her eyes are fixed on where she's going to or fixed on who she's talking to. Either she's maintaining direct eye contact or she's looking above their heads. So then again, as a woman, that is a posture you definitely need. That is a positive body posture when you're standing, when you're sitting, your hands. I was also talking about the interview I had in the previous video, and the position I had was I was sitting up straight and both hands were on my thighs, but he felt I was being defensive. And then at that point, it will make me change and do something else, because honestly that's how I'm thought to sit. And I knew I wasn't doing anything wrong. My legs were not even crossed over each other. My legs were crossed at my ankle, and then my hands were on my thighs put together and all of that. And I was totally aware of what my body posture was saying. He probably interpreted that wrongly, but then again, eventually he was probably just trying to ruffle me, but he definitely did not get through. So make sure there are different videos. I'll definitely be dropping more videos on poise and postures moving forward, but then again, I'll just breeze on it for now since we're just talking confidence. Number 4, be positive. A lot of us, not because we just want to be, but because of what we're used to, we're quite negative when it comes to things we're trying to do or people and all of that, and probably even our look on life. We need to be positive to get something positive in return. A confident person is always positive. Yes, it's not every day you wake up and you have the spark in your eyes and you have the energy and the boost and the ginger to do what you need to do and all of that. But then again, most of the time that should be your default. And then on the days where you actually wake up and you don't feel so great, you don't feel so good, you'll pull strength from those other days that actually seemed quite amazing. I mean, and we are all allowed to have our days where we literally just feel like being in bed and literally not talking to anyone or just being on our own, conserving our energy. That is absolutely allowed. When you feel that way, please do take that needed break. But then again, once you're done with that, don't stay too long in there because it could lead to depression. Just come out and go back being your confident self. Be positive. Have a positive outlook on life, and definitely life will definitely have a positive outlook on you. Let me go back to posture. Posture also, if we notice, the example I would like to give is that of Wonder Woman. If we notice Wonder Woman, she stands tall, her shoulders slightly pushed back, and she's standing with both arms on her hip. That alone is a very strong posture, and that posture alone can literally take your confidence from here to here. So that's definitely one tip I just dropped, preempting myself for my boost your confidence video. So yeah, posture is big. A confident person is most likely to have a smile on their faces than a frown. So yes, do have a smile. Smiles are positive. Smiles are lively. Do have a smile. Okay, moving quickly on, we're talking next. Number 5, positive people celebrate others. There was this video that actually dropped during the US elections of Michelle Obama pointing at Kamala Harris, and it was an amazing, I mean, you could feel the vibe, you could feel the energy, you could tell she was just being positive to us. She had a big smile on her face, she was pointing at her like, you go girl, and all of that. Positive, confident people always are out to boost others. They're always out to celebrate others because they know every other person's victory doesn't affect theirs and their victory doesn't affect others. They are not out to pull people down. They don't pull people down because they know that, see, everybody on their lane, everybody's time is different. Celebrate with others. Be happy and be lively with others. That is what positive people are about. That's what confident people are about. Celebrating others, cheering others on, and doing the right thing. All right, which is the right thing. All right, confident people protect their space. It also is a part of the whole yes and no thing. Protect your space. It's also part of be positive. Don't allow negative people into your space, because the truth is they can chip at your confidence. Nothing literally reduces one's confidence more than somebody that talks you down, not more than someone that is an energy drainer. If you have someone that's always moody, always morose in your environment or in your space, the person's energy is definitely going to get to you. The same way the bad eggs corrupt the good eggs faster is the same way. And if you intend to keep up all that energy, you're literally going to have to work over time to keep and maintain that energy, right? So make sure in your space you have good, happy and vibrant people. I have a friend that is literally always so bubbly, right? Besides, let me even leave my friend aside. Let me talk about, I have a friend who has a dog. Whenever I go to see her, her puppy is all over me. You can see it's sparkling its tail. You can see it's so bright and so happy and so sunny and so playful and jumping. Like that alone makes me feel so happy, makes me feel loved. Yeah, you could say it's like from an inanimate animal. Okay, it's not inanimate, it's a living animal, a dog, and all of that, making me so happy. How much more a human being? So the same way that could boost your confidence. That's why people are actually advised to have dogs. The same way people can actually be energy drainers. You just find out that today you're in a good mood, you enter someone's environment and your energy literally is drained because the person is constantly just on the low and morose and just moody most of the time, and that doesn't necessarily work. All right, so just try to protect your space from such moody people. Confident people practice self-care. It's a part of everything. Practice physical self-care, mental self-care, meditation, workout, exercise, eating right, going for spa treatments or spa dates. Just things that you know would just make you feel a little bit better, right? I was actually researching when I was preparing this, and I come across the story of a lady who actually feels better when she has her hair done, when she does her hair. So what is that little thing she could do every morning to make herself feel better and make herself feel more confident? She literally had to now put in an extra effort of 10 minutes into preparing her hair, because once she knows her hair is awesome, she knows she's good to go. Some people, it's makeup for them. So like confident people literally always find a way, find one or two things to actually add to their day that they know will actually bring up a better outcome for them throughout the day. So definitely that is also another way to identify a confident person. Confident people have clear goals. They don't only have clear goals, they also have actions that back up their clear goals. What do I mean by that? Everybody, we always hear it. Have goals, set your goals, set your goals, set your goals. It's one thing to set your goals, it's another thing to go for your goals. Let me give you an example. A setting of goal will be, oh, I intend to read one book in 1 month for the next 12 months. That is a goal, an awesome goal. But what is the plan behind that goal? The plan behind that goal would be to read one book a month, right? The plan behind that goal is to read probably a chapter a day or 2 chapters a week. Do you understand? In the end, it all accumulates to bring the goal to pass. So it's not just enough to say, oh, I'm just going to read that every month. If you have no plan, you know how they say, if you fail to plan, you literally plan to fail. So definitely, that is definitely something that we need to do. When we set our goals, we should set up action plans right after and right behind those goals. All right, and at this point, I hope I've been able to drop a tin or two or teach you a thing or two about confident people and how they absolutely operate. Right, on my next video, I'll be talking about how to boost your confidence. Right now, this is a totally different ballgame. Yeah, if you actually could study the habits of confident people, you'll be able to pick a thing or two about how to boost yours. But then again, in the next video, I'll be talking outrightly how exactly to boost your confidence. So make sure you do not miss that for anything. Our videos drop every Friday by 6 p.m. Sorry, I have a bad voice, so manage me. I'm struggling to speak here and all of that. So if you enjoyed this, please, for the sake of my bad voice, thumbs up, subscribe, and share. You really don't know who you'll be helping out there. Thank you so much. My name is Winfrey Daniel Okolo. This is Pageant Academy. Do follow us on social media as Pageant Academy NG. Same on all platforms. Thank you. You feel free to follow me too at Winfrey Daniel Okolo. Same on all platforms. Thank you. Love you. Bye-bye.